And so as you make your way into your meditation posture, just make a few movements with your body. Whatever feels good for you right now. You might like to, roll the shoulders back and forward, tilt the head side to side. Might like to kind of shake it out. Whatever movements feel good. And then gradually come to a place of poise and balance. Finding your meditation posture for today. And in your posture, see if you can get a sense of being both relaxed and alert. Having a sense of uprightness, a strong back, and just that just means a sense of stability, engagement, alertness, maybe also a sense of resilience. Then have a soft front, allowing the front of the body to be open, allowing the whole body to relax. And let's begin by giving ourselves permission to relax. So give yourself permission to not have to do anything. Whatever happens in this time is totally okay. Any thoughts of the past or the future, and especially of things that you might want to do or think through or problem solve, and just know that you have permission to not do that. You have permission to not engage in that way. Notice the sense of relief. Don't have to do anything. And to accentuate that, if you feel like it, take a deep breath in and make a sound on the exhale. Now come into the present moment. And one way that we do this in meditation is by noticing the sensations that are appearing. The sensations will be very close to the present. When we focus on sensations, there's less mental proliferation, less thoughts that lead to more thoughts. And so notice the sounds that you can hear. Gently directing attention to the sounds that are present right now. Hearing the sound of rain, those raindrops in this moment. Hearing the sound of other people or animals as they occur. And hearing any other sounds near or far away, loud or quiet. And then notice what's happening in the visual field right now. So behind closed eyelids, you might see lightness, darkness, color, shape. Or if your eyes are open, just taking in this moment of visual experience. Noticing what it is that you see. And then bringing your attention to the body and the body sensations that you can feel in this moment. Noticing the feeling in the feet, the feeling in the hands, the feeling of being supported. Noticing the sensations of the breath. Observing these fluctuations, the changes as the breath moves in and out. Noticing any other body sensations that are present for you. And then finding something that you can hear, see, or feel that is grounding, calming, settling. So this might be the breath, could be another body sensation, could be listening to sounds, it could be what you're seeing. Just find something that for you feels grounding. And once you've found something, just hang out with it for a few breaths here, a little bit of time. Noticing that feeling of grounding, of connecting with present moment sensory experience. Allow the body to relax. Allow the mind to settle. Just allowing this decompression. Whatever has been bubbling away, just allowing it to decompress. Good. So now that we have grounded and checked in with our external senses, what we can see, hear, and feel, I'm going to now offer some instructions around an insight practice. And when we're doing insight practice, the emphasis is on sensory clarity That is, seeing the sensations, seeing the components of experience as clearly as we can, just through intention, bringing alertness and brightness and vividness into experience. And the goal here is that by seeing things clearly, we can understand something about them or see them in a certain way that brings relief, allows us to let go of clinging, let go of attachment, and find a sense of relief, ease, spaciousness. So I invite you now to observe the sensations in this moment as clearly as you can. Just through intention. It doesn't need to be forceful or effortful. Just bringing a sense of curiosity. So looking at these external sensations as clearly as you can. You can allow attention to move between sounds, visuals, and body sensations. Or you can choose to just focus on one thing. Maybe that's looking at the feeling in the left hand. Just zooming in. Noticing the sensations in each finger. The parts of each finger. Or it might be listening to sounds and noticing the tiny fluctuations. Doing your best to notice the beginning and end of each individual sound. And here, we're going to take a few minutes, so feel free to experiment. Try things out. Notice when you bring curiosity, what happens? Can you notice more detail? What does that feel like to observe with clarity? And if you notice that there's a certain experience that feels like it's solid or big or fixed. See if you can look more closely at it. Notice the edges and see if it is changing shape or size. Notice the individual sensations. Notice if there is a particular texture or temperature. So for example, you might feel into the hand and it feels like a solid block. And if you look closely at the edges of that solid sensation, you might find there's some areas that are warm, some that are cool. You might find that there is different textures. Or maybe there's vibration. Something is shifting. Observing with clarity and with curiosity. Good. Now I'll invite you to notice if there's any part of your experience that feels like clinging or attachment. And sometimes you can detect this by a sense of contraction, tightening up, tensing. Anything that feels the opposite of spacious, relaxed, open. And if you find a sense of contraction, tightening, tension, I'd like you to look closely at it. Examine the sensations that make up that experience. And here you might notice that the sensations that make up the experience are changing. They aren't completely solid, aren't completely stable. They are inconstant, fluctuating, shifting. And if you can tune in, look very closely at that fluctuation, the change, then the mind will release the clinging. There's no need to cling on to what is changing, what is known to not be constant. Now, of course, try this out. See for yourself. See if this is true in your experience. See if you feel any relief from noticing the impermanence of phenomena. See if you notice any letting go. And the final instruction I'll offer is to step back. You can relax looking closely or investigating. Open up to a broader sense of awareness. An awareness that is spacious and open. And here, notice how everything within awareness is changing, arising and passing, coming and going. This is like awareness is the surface of the water, the surface of a pond, and all of these sensations are like ripples in the water. Changing, fluctuating. All these are impressions in awareness.